grade advanced class. Let's go ahead and get prepped up for this chapter test. Number one says determine whether x and y are proportional. When I look at these, I want to see, do I have the same rate going across here? Remember, I always take y and I put it over x. So on my first one, I have 12 over 4, right? And 12 over 4 is going to give me, well, when I reduce it, both of them are going to be 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Next, I'll take 21 over 7. And 21 divided by 7 is 3. And next, I'll take 30 over 10. And 30 divided by 10 is 3. So, are they proportional? Yes, they sure are. The rate is constantly the same. All right, let's go ahead and look at number 2. You spent 2/3 of your money. The next day, you get, and I don't know where this came from. I have to fix this up. You get $18. You know, you now have $36. Which equation can you use to find how much money you started with? What is the amount? Okay, so it said you spent 2/3 of your money. So we know that 2/3 m is going to be in here. That's obvious. It's in every one of these. That's 2/3 of your money. The next day you get $18. Okay, so I'm thinking you get is going to be added to the 18. It's probably going to be A and B here. Which equation can you use to find how much money you started with? All right, so let's see. You now have $36. So you started with what? Well, if I take this money that I had, okay, you spent 2/3 of it, and then you add 18 to it, okay, and it's got to equal $36. I'm thinking it's got to be, well, we have these two here that both equal 36, but one of them comes up to $81. One of them comes up to 27. So I'm thinking we need to figure out, is it going to be A or B? Let's figure this out. When I subtract 18 from both sides, this is going to give me another 18 left over. And you know what? This is not enough room to properly show this. So I'm going to take my snipping tool here, and I'm going to take this over here and work this problem first. Since it seems to be the problem that is for both A and B, which we believe is the correct one. Well, when we subtract 18 from both sides, it's going to leave 18 over here, because 36 minus 18 is 18. That's got to equal 2/3 m. Now remember, to get rid of 2/3, we have to multiply it to 3/2, which means I have to multiply this side to 3/2. I know 18 and 2 are both divisible by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Now I have 9 times 3. All right? And this is, it's not 48. This is scratching through it. 9 times 3 is 27. And so m must be 27. And that's going to give me not A, but actually B. So B would be my answer here. All right, what is the unit rate in miles per gallon? The unit rate in miles per gallon for, they're talking $80.85 on 3.3 gallons. So they want the unit rate in miles per gallon. All right, so we're talking here, remember, a unit rate tells us how much 1 is. So we have to take 80.85 and divide it by 3.3. So when I do that, let's see, 80.85 divided by 3.3, it's going to leave us 24.5. And 24.5 is C. All right, so 3 is C. All right, number 4 says, what is the value of J? They got 7 over 10 equals J over 3.1. This is a cross product problem. Remember, we're going to take I'm just going to highlight it here, the number on top here, multiplied to the number on the bottom there. I'm going to take, and that has to equal the number on the bottom here times the number on the top there. So let's go ahead and put those things equal to each other. We're going to have 10 times J. That has to equal 7 times 3.1. All right, first let's find out what 7 times 3.1 is. That's going to equal 21.7, okay? So now we have 10J equals 21.7. We know when we have 10 with J, we're going to have to divide 10 away. Whatever I divide from one side, I divide from the other. J is left alone. When we divide a number by 10, we're making it smaller. And since it's an increment to 10, we'll be moving that decimal over one spot. So this would be 2.17. All right, and 2.17 is going to be D. All right, I'm going to erase some stuff to give me some room to work here. Let's see, we've got, just in case I need some more room. Let's go here to number 5. Chase the appliance repairman charges $99 for a service call and $55 an hour. When we write that into equation, that's going to be $99, that's for the service call, plus 55 times X, or what, H for hours. So we could put it in the other order too, 55 times H. But we wouldn't be taking away $99. Remember, we're charging 99, so it's 55H plus 99. So we know it's either going to be B or it could be D, all right? We got to figure out which one of these is it going to be. One of them has 4.2 for an answer, the other one has 7.8. There's only one way to solve this. I'm going to grab this, I'll bring it over here and work it. So when I do that, let's see, let's take this problem here and let's solve it. And Chase is no relation to our Chase in class. Remember, it's strictly coincidental. All right, we're going to hit minus 99 from both sides. We do this because we are doing PEMDAS backwards with equations, which means I'll do my addition and subtraction first, the opposite of what we normally do. We do everything the opposite with equations. So the opposite of positive 99 is negative 99. And now I sit there and I say, well, if I was subtracting 100, this would be 230. So this is going to be 229, or actually 231, excuse me. Then we're just going to go ahead and check that. If I take away 99, I need to borrow one. That'll leave 1. But I have to borrow one from here, which will leave 2. And then I have to borrow one here. That'll leave 2, which means this would be 12. 12 minus 9 is 3. 10 minus 9 is 1. 2 to 2. All right. Now I got 55H is equal to 231. I got to divide 55 away from H to get H alone. Remember, I did addition, subtraction. Now I need to do division, multiplication. I'm multiplying here, so the only way to get rid of 55 is to divide it away. Whatever I divide from one side, I divide from another. And now H is by itself, and now I have to say, what is 231 divided by 55? Let's put that in our calculator. We got 231. We're dividing it by 55. That's 4.2. So our answer should be 4.2, and that means B is my answer. Let's go to number 6. There are 5 blue marbles for every 3 marbles in the bag. So 3 yellow for every 5 blue. There are 24 yellow marbles in the bag. So 24 over here on top with the yellow marbles. How many total marbles are there in the bag? Okay. So first I have to find out how many blue marbles are there. Then I can count the yellow and blue marbles together to find out the total. This is a simple matter of cross multiplication. So I'm going to put X over here. And this is going to give me 3 times X. Remember, this is not 3Y, this is 3 yellow. This is 5 blue. So now I got 3 times X, that has to equal 24 times 5. All right, 24 times 5 is going to be equal to 120. That has to equal 3x. Now remember, x is being multiplied to 3, so I need to divide 3 away to get rid of it, because 3 divided by 3 is 1. That leaves me 1x. But whatever I divide from one side, I have to divide from the other. I know 12 divided by 3 is 4, so 120 divided by 3 is 40. So that means my answer has to be, well, remember, this just tells me how many blue marbles there are. Now I have to add 40 plus 24 to find out the total amount. And 40 plus 24 is 64. So my answer should be 64 marbles. All right, we're down to number 7 now. Which equation is shown on the graph? I told you guys about this one. First of all, we're doing rise over run. How much did it go up? How much did it go over? Well, it went up 1, 2, but it also, look, these are increments of 5. So it actually went up 5, 10, and went over 1. So this is 10 over 1 as a rate. 10 divided by 1 is 10. So it would be D, okay? D. Y equals 10x. Whatever x is, like here 1, then y would be 10, the answer would be 10. All right, number 8. What value of x makes the ratios 2.2 to 1.1 and something to 8.8? Well, we can say that we have 2.2 to 1.1. And if I really wanted to do this, I could simply say that we divided by 2 here, right? Which means we would have to take this and multiply it by 2. But even if we did it this way, remember x is what we're looking for, and y is 8.8. So this is going to be 2.2 times 8.8 has to equal 1.1 times x. All right, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to take my calculator and say what is 2.2 times 8.8. That's going to give me 19.36. All right. Now that I have that, I have to say, what is 19.36? Remember, this is going to be equal to 1.1x. And now I have to divide 1.1 away, which means I divide the other side by 1.1. So I'm going to take that 19.36 and divide it by 1.1. That's going to give me 17.6. So x is 17.6. So let's look for an answer right there. 17.6 has to be A. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. We're going to number 9 now. It says the scale drawing has a scale of 1 inch is equal to 250 feet. Okay, so 1 inch is equal to 250 feet. All right, what is the actual length of the segment that is 5 inches? So this is 5 inches. We want to know how many feet it is. Well, I see that 1 times x is going to be equal to 250 times 5. When I take 250 and multiply it to 5, I get 1,250. So x is equal to, because 1 times x is x, 1,250. And that is going to be D. All right, we are down to number 10. What is the solution for 4 times 1 minus y equals 10? I'm going to write that one over here. 4 times 1 minus y equals 10. I got to distribute properties first. I know that 4 times 1 is 4. And 4 times negative y will be negative 4y. That's going to equal 10. Now I'm going to do PEMDAS backwards, which means I'm going to take the number first. I'm going to subtract 4, which means I'll subtract 4 from this side. That's going to give me 6. Now I have negative 4y equals 6. All right, now I'm going to divide by negative 4 because I want to isolate y by itself. Whatever I divide from one side, I divide from the other. So I'll take negative 4 and divide it there. I have 6 divided by negative 4. That's a positive divided by a negative. That's going to give me a negative answer. And 6 divided by 4, well, really that's 6 over 4. I know 4 goes into 6 one time, leaving me with 2/4. And 2/4 can be reduced. It can be negative 1 1/2. And that's because we know 2 and 4 are both divisible by 2. Now 1/2 can also be equal to negative 1.5 because 1 divided by 2 is 5. Since I'm looking at nothing but decimals here, that seemed to be the way to go. So negative 1.5 is B. All right, we've covered the entire study guide. If you can do the study guide, you're ready for the test. So make sure that you studied well for it, and we'll knock this test out of the block, or out of the park, excuse me. See you in class, and